Welcome to Hachzek, the Daily Musar Impact Initiative.
Bez Hashem, we're seeing Avos Pirkei Aleph Mishnah Beis. It says Shimon HaTzadik hoyu mishiurei hakneses hagdola. V'tzarich bir. Why is he called Shimon HaTzadik? All the Tanaim were tzadikim. Why did he get the name of Tzadik? Because you have to say he was a Tzadik in a special b'china. What was the special b'china that he was a Tzadik in? V'oid. Why is the Mishnah mentioning it that he's a tzaddik when it's mentioning the Mishnah that he says? As you could explain with the Gemara in Yuma, Lamed Ches Amid Beis, Chagika Yud Amid Beis, that it darshans a pasuk in Mishlei, Tzaddik Yisoid Olam. There are tzaddikim in the world, Yisoid Olam. They hold up the whole world, one tzaddik. As the Mishnah is coming to be Madias, Reb Shimon is one of these people that his Sidkis held up the whole world. Like you have the story in Yuma, Daf Samach Tes, that Alexander Muktin came to destroy Eretz Yisrael, Yerushalayim, and Shimon HaTzadik went out and met him and stopped him. It's B'schusai. He was Matzel de Olam, like the Gemara in Megillah, Daf Yud Aleph Amid Aleph says that in every door, HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shoysel HaTzadik to save the door. Mordechai b'doirei shel Haman, Reb Shimon b'doirei shel Yavan. As he was the tzaddik Yisoid Olam. As Lafi zeh, it's beautiful. What's this Mishnah say? Al shloisha dvarim ha'olam oimed. Reb Shimon is teaching us he was the tzaddik Yisoid Olam. He was the one that kept the world going b'schusai. As what schusim keep the world going? Torah, avoda, v'gmilas chasadim. These are the three big schusim. You know, people think you have to do these miyuchatika maisim, mishunatika maisim. No, if we do a Torah kirai, avoda kirai, agmilas chesed, we'll keep the world going. We'll bring the shefa and keep the world going. Hu haya oimer b'tzarich bir. He said many things. What do you mean, who are you, Aimer? As we saw Rashi, the Miri, the Rav, that it was Margalei B'Pume. As in the Sipurno and the Maral, they add an aspect to us. Why was this Margalei B'Pume? Because in his dar, he saw there was this Rashlus in these Inyanim, and he gave Chizuk, and it wasn't only to his dar, all the dairas afterwards needed Chizuk in this area. That's why it's part of the Mishnayos. As what did Reb Shimon see in his dar that caused this rashlus? As which dar was the dar of Reb Shimon? He was the dar of the Yevonim. That the Yevonim, they started a whole new thing. They were koifrim, they were minim. Before then they were Eidei Avodah Zarah. Everyone believed in Hashem. Just the question was, who was the Hashem? Comes along the Yevonim, ha'olam kadmon, there is no Hashem. They're koifrim, they're minim. As he was in the dar where there, it started to pass around, and we're still under that dar. There's still people in the world that are atheists, that don't believe in any Hashem. They're koifrim in koyach ruchni, in Hashem, in Torah and mitzvahs. Comes along Reb Shimon HaTzadik in that door. Sheteidu lecha. The olam is not kadmoin. Teva is not what makes the world go. He had to stand up and stay strong. It was the world of science, of inventions, of psychology, of being doctors. And he's saying that's not what makes the world go. Torah, avoda, v'gmilas chasadim. That was the chizik that was needed in the dar and is needed ad hayoim. What really keeps the world going is al Torah, avoda, and gmilas chasadim. To continue, the Mishnah says, Al shloisha dvarim ha'olam oimed. Rabbi Yerucham is masbeh the Mishnah, that every binyan needs a yisoid. You build a building, you have to build a yisoid under the ground to hold it up. If there's no yisoid, nafal ha-yisoid, nafal ha-binyan. Something has to hold it up, as the world doesn't go like the way we think. There are yisoidis that hold the world up. What are the yisoidis that hold the world up? Torah, avoda, v'gmilas chasadim, and ba tzaddik Yisoid Olam, and he taught us what are the Yisoidis that hold the world up. And the Maral brings dugmais. He said in the Mabel, the world was nechrav. Why? Because they did lehepach bizeh. Arayis keneged Torah, avodah zara keneged avodah. Avodas Hashem, and Gezel is the hepik of Chesed. As the Rav Nosson brings down, the Golus was Mishum Bittel of these inyanim, Bittel of Torah's Mefurish. Kam the Klolos of Bechuchai Saiki Savai Im Loiteya Melam B'Torah. And the Ruach Chaim says this very powerful thing that many people quote him, that if the Olam wouldn't have Torah going on in the world, it wouldn't continue. And he says, Huadin Avoda V'Chesed. These are what keeps the world going. That's L'tzara Ra. The Koshke L'tzara Toiv. The more we learn, the more we do Avodah, the more we do Chesed, we're bringing Hashpah, Kiyum, and Bracha into the world. Brachas me Aleph Atov, Shefa u'Bracha, B'chein Goser Maral. And the Ruach HaChaim on this mission, in fact, that's the Nefesh of the Nefesh HaChaim Sefer, that he says why we called Selam Elokim, because our Maisim, our Diburim is what's mashpia in the world. Al Yoima Odam Money. What's my Maisa anyway? What's my Dibur anyway? We're not Choshev, and we live in a society which is very Mamayan and covered Adam. It's very easy to feel this. Zok Nefesh HaChaim Sharishon Perek Dalet. You should know your Maisim, your Diburim, your Chesed is what keeps the world going. Al Shleisha Dvarim Ha'olam Oimed. You make a tremendous difference. You make a tremendous impact. And the Mili da Avos and Rabbi Yeruchim add very nicely that is the inyan of Olam is not only talking about the whole world, which is true also, but it's also remez to your Olam Prati, in your personal world. What brings all the bracha, the shefa, the kiyum, is the amount of Torah, avoida, the way you daven, your kavana, your leiv, and your gemilas chasadim. How powerful this Mishnah is, and how necessary it was to get this chizuk. It just gives us a whole different look at a Torah, a tefillah, a gemilas chesed. It empowers us so much. Now let's go into the Yesodis of the Rabbeinu Yoina in the Mishnah. Rabbeinu Yoina asked that the Tana at the end of the parak in Mishnah Yud Ches says, Al Gimel Dvarim Ha'olam Kayim. And he says different things. Din, Emes, V'Shalom. As it's a stira. Over there said the world continues because there's Din, Emes, V'Shalom. And over here it says other things. He's Miyashiv. Over there the Gemara is talking about what makes that the world continues peacefully. That there shouldn't be machlokes, sinner, gezel, ritzicha, din, emes, v'shalom. But over here is mechaven what the olam was nivra, b'shvil sha'adam yasik b'toira avoida v'giv milas chasadim, u'bezehem l'rotzen lefanov. Over here the world is being l'rotzen lefanov. And it's mavur over here, a big yisod. If you want Hashem to be roitza, be you and your maisim, what do you have to do? Torah, avoida, v'gemilas chasadim. The Rabbeinu Yoina is Messiah in the Mishnah, with the pasuk in Mishlei, Eved maskil yodea eich l'ratzos rabbi. We're avodim to the other, and we want him to be happy with us. How do we make him happy with us? We're doing what he wants. Torah, avoida, v'gemilas chasadim. And the Sipuna says like the Rabbeinu Yoina, and he adds a knech to the Rabbeinu Yoina. Zokter, and that's what brings Hashra Shechina on us and in the world. As that's the tachlis that we were put in the Bria for. Like the Ramban in Tchilas Parshas Shmos, it says it's the Sefer Agula, Yetzias Mitzrayim is only in the beginning of Shmos. After it speaks about Binyan Mikdash, Bishkan, he says, because the Gemar Hagula is the Hashra Shechina, because that's the Tachlis. She'er Kavasenu HaKadoshim, She'yer Merkava L'Shechina, the Shechina should be with us. This is the Shirish of Kol HaToyim, Kol HaBracha, this is the Shirish of Dveikas Bashem. As these three Maisim is what brings it and what makes it happen. As that's a Tosefes Maila B'Gimel in Yonim Helo. The Yisod of the Rabbeinu Yoina, V'oila l'ratzen l'fnei ha'adon shelanu. Void, it brings them into us, closer to us. This is a beautiful Revach. The Maral, the Goin, and the Yavitz all say on this Mishnah, these Gimel and Yanim were connected to Gimel Avos that excelled in these areas. And they all point out the Avos were wonderful in everything. They were great in everything. But each one had one midah. He was miyuchid. Avram in his Gemilas Chasedim. He had an Eshel of Chesed. Yitzchak in Avodah. He was on the Akedah, Korban, in Yaakov, in Limud HaTorah. He was Lamed with Beis Shel Shem Weber 14 years and he didn't sleep. As Ayidei Gimel and Yanim Elo and Mamshichim Darkom, that they were the Merkava, the Shechina, were being Mamshach the Darkei Ha'avis, like it says in Chazal, a person's supposed to say, An Moshe Yagia Maisei La Maisei Ha'avis. What does it mean, the Maisei Ha'avis? Torah Avodah Gemilas Chasodim. That's the way we continue Klal Yisrael in its most beautiful way, and we bring bracha, shefa, and asra shchina wa'oila l'rotzen lefanov. Now we go into specifically Torah first. That's the davar chimul avodah. Rabbeinu Yonah learns its karbonis. B'zman hazeh she'ein karban atfila oimed b'mkoimai. As it's a big look at our tefillah. Our world stands on the way we daven. The Gemara in Brachos Daf Chavav, tefillah avis tiknum, because they were masakin the yisoidus of Klal Yisrael. Our yisoidus tefillah. Let's look differently at our tefillah every day. This is what's bringing shefa, bracha. This is what's keeping the whole world and our world going. The Ruach Chaim is Moisif, the Gemara in Brachos Tavavam Beis beautifully. The Tefillah is Dvar Moindim Beruma Shalaylam, Ubnei Adam Mezalzam Vem. We don't realize what it is. He says, what does it mean? It's Eindai Beruma Shalaylam. The words go up to Rum Hashamayim, and there may be Kol Minei Hashpa'as and Brachas to this world. As our Tefillah, that's why he said he had Kof Chefs. Gedolim, Nevi'im, Tzadikim that were masakin the words that they should bring all the shefa and the brachas, Peiteach Sharei Shamayim. As let's daven with a different kavana, with a new chizuk. Milas Chasadim, the Rabbeinu Yonah is Madyesh. It says Chesed v'lo istaka, because Chesed is a moifanim. Number one, it's Bein Lashirim, Bein Laniyim. You could do Chesed with Hashirim by giving an Eitzah Toiva. He says later on. It's also Lorak b'mamoinai begufay, like the Gemara says, if you give a staka to ani, you misbarach b'sheish brachas. You mefaisei b'dvarim, you make him feel good, you menachem him his leiv, you misbarach in 11 brachas. Another dugma, the Gemara in Ksubis, in Malvan Shinayim, you smile at a person, you make him feel good. He's gadol yaisam imashkeu cholav. Rabbeinu Yonah is madyesh. When you give staka, you should be careful to make sure it goes to a worthy cause, to a tznuah v'yarei shamayim. Interesting is two hagoshes. People like to give to famous things. L'tznuah v'yarei shamayim. U'b'se'anu nogim b'midoi. As Gemilas Chasadim keeps the world going. U'b'se'anu noig b'midoisav shel Hashem, which is dveikus b'Hashem. And Hashem Silcha al Yad Yaminecha, boy b'midah, we're good to others. Das is mashpia, shefa, chesed, u'bracha from HaKadosh Baruch Hu Aleinu. This is a very yisoidus digger Mishnah, the yisoidus of life. Zot Shloah Kodesh, ha'oila l'maisa. Every day you should make sure you have a Torah, your tefillah with a chizuk, with a good kavanah, and a chesed every day. And you don't have to look far to your wife, to your children, to your parents, the people around you. But make sure every day has a Torah, avodah, gemilas chasadim. That's the Kabbalah l'maisa. And that'll enhance our world, build our world, and bring a lot of shefa, bracha, and kedusha l'kulchem.
You have been listening to a shiur by Hachzek. If you have been impacted, please share with others. For the daily shiur, please visit Hachzek.com or call 516-600-8080.